So it feels like the Bills just got off the field after beating the Browns, and we're already now talking about another game kicking off in less than 19 hours. It will be at the same site, of course, as this past Sunday's win. This time will be the away team taking on the Lions on their home field. The Bills could have used some extra days, of course, with some lingering injuries, but they're going to be trying to improve to 8-3 on the season if they can get a win tomorrow before entering a stretch of 3 straight division games. Joining us live now is our Bills insider, Vic Carucci. Vic, we normally talk to you on Fridays, but of course the Bills playing early this week. I just want to start, after last weekend's whirlwind of kind of digging out, players had to dig out just to get to the bus, then to get to the airport. Game got moved to Detroit. How is it looking in the locker room and with the preparation work this week with now having to return out to Detroit?
Yeah, Michael, I think there's a lot of good that has come out of this. And I say that, of course, with full respect for this having been such a dangerous and deadly situation for Western New York and all of us, experiencing it in one form or another. But I do feel that all that the Bills dealt with in terms of having the game moved and then actually getting to Detroit to play it was galvanizing. And those words, what you heard from the players, from Sean McDermott, were heartfelt, were genuine. I don't think it was just good PR to say nice things about the community. I think this had a galvanizing effect on the team, and I think it works to their favor, not just for tomorrow's game, but perhaps beyond.
Vic, on these days before the game, we get these injury reports, and I know we got one just within the past few hours. How concerning is the injury list to you as we see it now? We know that defensive players Tremaine Edmunds, Greg Rousseau both out, AJ Epinesa is doubtful, and then Mitch Morse is questionable. Add into that the whole Tre'Davious White situation still up in the air. How concerning are those injuries?
Well, you certainly have to call it a concern. They're key players, especially the ones on defense. It could be as many as 3 missing this game from that defensive front. And when you look at how well Greg Rousseau has played in his second season, and Tremaine Edmunds, I think, gaining some traction behind better play in front of him, it makes you wonder if it's going to be a problem. But I don't think it will be. The Lions have problems of their own. They're missing their 2 starting guards, and that's going to be a problem for their ability to play what they want to play, which is a power run game. So I do think the Bills can have another strong defensive game against the run, and that overall they'll hold up defensively. They'll hold up pretty well against the Lions.
Finally, Vic, let's talk about the Bills offense then. Of course, Josh Allen started out red hot. I think it's safe to say he's been in a bit of a slump. That certainly carried over into the first half of this past Sunday's game against the Browns. How do you see him getting out of that and returning to the Josh Allen that we saw for the first part of this season?
Yeah, I hesitate to go too deeply into trying to figure out what's going on in the mind of anyone, let alone the quarterback of the football team. But what I saw was a player who really approached last week's game with so much caution, overcautious approach. That wasn't him. Trying to avoid mistakes actually made it worse for him, and he was throwing those high passes rather than, so his own players weren't getting them, as well as the Browns players. But I see and I saw toward the end of the first half him finding that groove, running a nice 2-minute drill. I think that version of Josh, who gained some confidence from that and played that way pretty much through the rest of the game, is the guy we're going to see tomorrow.
Yeah, how he played down the stretch in that last game. Josh Allen remains Josh Allen, so that's the good news for all of us. Vic Carucci, our Bills insider. Vic, thanks. I'll see you tomorrow for your coverage.
All right, and happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, thank you.